Get the help you need.
Caring for the terminally ill, the New Age Hospice.
What are you doing?
Larissa, please.
No. I want to know what's going on.
Mom, you shouldn't be here. Let me take you home.
I am not going anywhere until one of you explains this. Now, what are they doing?
Larissa, we're exhuming the body.
Why?
Larissa, 11 years ago, we buried somebody in that grave. And this is the only way we'll know for sure who it was.
This isn't easy for you, is it?
Not for you either.
I'll never get used to it. I hate the hiding. Wondering every moment, worrying if you've been seen.
Sorry, we can't keep on like this much longer.
What choice do we have?
There has to be a way. Something we can do, some way we can cut the knot. I just don't know what it is.
No way out. We have to go on. That's it.
I'm so glad I ran into you. I was going to call you later to see how you were feeling.
I'm fine.
What about your boss? Read about the car?
No, DJ was real cool. He knew it wasn't my fault, and his insurance covered it. Yep.
Man, are you lucky. What about Brenda? Did she go crazy when you told her about the accident?
Kind of, but I didn't tell her everything.
What do you mean?
I didn't tell her you were in the car.
Oh. Well, how's your head? You had a pretty nasty whack.
Just a bump.
Yeah, more like a golf ball, you mean. I mean, should I get an x-ray or something? I mean, have a check.
Hey, you sound just like Brenda. Come on, go to that. You know, it's almost gone. Brenda, hey.
Introducing new whisk powder. When clothes have to be their cleanest,
You'll be the prettiest little girl in kindergarten.
you should know Whisk gets whites whiter than the leading brand.
This one's nice, too.
And whiter whites are proof the whole wash is clean.
I think I'll wear this one. It's more grown up.
New Whisk powder. Whiter whites mean your whole wash is clean. A brand new fragrance from Impulse. If a man you've never met before suddenly gives you flowers, that's elation. The exciting new fragrance from Impulse.
What is your problem?
Let go of me!
Will you tell me what's going on?
Yes, ask you the question, Dylan.
Brenda! Brenda, get back! What are you looking at?
I'm really sorry.
I can't even believe it.
Probably happened because of me.
No, well, don't. not your problem, it's hers.
Maybe you should go after her.
Forget it.
But you could explain.
Look, I tried to talk to her. She didn't want to hear it. She only hears what she wants to hear. And for some screwed up reason, she only wants to believe that you and I have something going.
What are you gonna do?
Well, good. I tried to talk to her and she ran away. And that's her answer to everything. Just a spoiled brat with a bad temper.
And you love her.
I got something to do. I'll see you later.
DJ?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call it a night, okay?
What's the matter? You still struggling with the lyrics to that new song?
Nope. Right here. Matter of fact, they turned out better than I thought.
Well, good. You in some particular hurry?
No, not really.
Okay, well, just talk to me for a minute.
All right, what's up?
Well, you were here when Brenda stormed out. A little worried about her. You know where she was going?
I don't know.
Wally, I would have to be deaf, dumb, and blind not to know that something is wrong. Now, what is it?
She had a fight with Dylan.
Well, if that is the case, that's no good for anybody right now. You know, we're getting ready to go on tour. Last thing we need is personality problems. Life on tour is tough enough. Something serious?
I have no idea.
Yeah, but, I mean, from what you've seen and heard...
DJ, I don't think about that.
Well, how do you manage that, Waller? And I know that you were engaged to Brenda, and I know Dylan stepped in on you. Now, it's got to be tough for you to watch this going on in front of you.
Brenda's a good friend of mine. And I don't want to see her hurt, that's all.
You know, I can't figure it. I have watched the two of you, and it's obvious that there's still something very special between you. She's good for you. She's very good for your work. So for selfish reasons alone, I would hate to see anything get in the way of that.
So would I.
You know, I don't want to pry, and I don't know what went down with the two of you, but I can't help but be a little curious what went wrong. You really do have a very special kind of magic together.
Maybe magic isn't enough.
Oh, I don't believe that. I think it may not be everything, but it's definitely the difference between something that's ordinary and something that's very special.
Yes.
Well, if there's one thing I have learned in this business, it is to keep all your options open. Don't close a door that you don't have to. You never know what's going to be on the other side.
That's it. Let's bring it up. Mom, why don't you wait for us in the car? They're not going to do anything here anyway. We're going to take the coffee down the corner.
No, I want to stay here.
Where do you want it?
In the van, and I'll drive it down myself.
Grieved that 11 years mourned a man I thought was dead. Now I pray, God, he's still alive.
Whee! It's me, Snuggles. Here to tell you about Snuggle dryer sheets. Snuggle softness that's really less expensive. I stopped static cling. Where do you see? With these, clothes are never, ever staticky. And they're cuddle fresh. For a snuggly soft wash, try me.
Try Snuggle Fabric Softener, an easy-to-snap-off sheet. Snuggly softness that's really less expensive.
Ah, there's the butter.
What was that?
I'll check.
Hi.
It's not butter. It's Imperial margarine.
Da-da-da-da, Imperial.
Feel fresh all day with Shield deodorant soap. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock fresh. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock fresh. Gonna feel fresh the whole day through with Shield. Fresh all day with Shield.
You Americans have all the luck. When I want the great chicken dishes of the world, I have to use my British passport. Your passport, however, is Tyson chicken entrees. Delicious international meals like Tyson chicken français. Incredibly sumptuous. And fortunately, Tyson prepares chicken in so many delicious ways. Tyson is the only passport you need for a world of great tastes. Waiter! Don't hurry.
Do you have a cold?
Itchy eyes, stuffed up nose, cough, sore throat, aches and pains.
Will you take 2 Complex tablets?
Sure.
The fact is, not Contact, Sudafed, Dristan, none of these can do what Comtrex multi-symptom cold reliever can. Because all by itself, it relieves every major cold symptom.
I'm really surprised. I've never used Comtrex before, and it really worked.
Kim Wojak has just found out what it means when we say, Comtrex, that's all, nothing else. From Bristol Myers.
Mom, I'm really sorry you had to find out about this way, but I want to keep it from you until we can make sure about it one way or the other.
None of this makes any sense. Whatever gave you the idea that Baxter wasn't who he said he is?
Look, I know it sounds crazy, but I have my reasons I have to know.
You don't believe any of this. I mean, you think your father's telling the truth, don't you?
Yes, I believe that. I think Granddad's got a point here. The sooner we get this whole thing cleared up, the sooner we can forget about it and get on with our lives.
Okay. You said you had some reasons. You better tell me what they are. Finding that doll in my bedroom, is that what brought all this on?
No, that was only part of it. Baxter lied to us. So I got suspicious and I placed a call to Colum Bay. And the police down there told me that Carla St. Anne's body had never been recovered. So one night I followed Baxter downtown to a motel where he met someone. Carla St. Anne. She's alive. She's right here in Washington.
That's impossible, Dad. Baxter said that she couldn't possibly have survived.
It was her. She was with Baxter.
Oh, it was a mistake. No, she just looked like someone.
No mistake. It was her.
That business trip you've been on, that had something to do with Baxter and Carla, didn't it?
Yes, I went to Colum Bay to find out why Baxter lied.
What did you find out?
Well, I met the fellow who claimed he was the pilot of the plane that Baxter was in when it went down. And he said that he saw Baxter dead.
No. That can't be. That's a lie. He was lying.
Or Baxter is.
Mr. Tyler, may I see you a minute? We'll start our testing tonight, and as soon as we get a positive, we'll give you a call.
Thanks.
I just feel like I'm in the middle of a bad dream, and no matter how hard I try, I can't wake up.
Well, this thing's gonna be over soon, I promise. Just remember one thing, you're not alone. Granddad and I are with you.
And what about you? You remember the very first girl you thought you were in love with?
Remember my first date?
No.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but I remember. There was a girl in my junior high homeroom that I was absolutely nuts about. God, I thought she was gorgeous. She finally asked me out for a date. You like that? She asked me. 15 miles I had to ride my bike over unpaved country road to get to her house. 15 miles. Well, I did it, and I made it. And then I sat down to the dinner table. Beautiful dinner. And I fell asleep. I fell right asleep. Some date, huh? Needless to say, I was never asked back.
Well, that's the one good thing about getting older. It can only get better.
Yeah, that's true. I'm glad you feel that way. A lot of people don't. A lot of people just give up. I think it's a little bit like a song. You know, sometimes it doesn't happen right away, but when you get it right, there's no feeling quite like it.
But sometimes it never is right.
Well, that's when you know to get out there. That's wrong.
Well, now, what about you? Well, there's no lack of beautiful ladies around here, but you never mention anybody that's special.
I guess I'm just one of those idiots that's married to his job. Doesn't seem to be a lot of time left over for anything else. Oh, Brenda, we're getting work today.
DJ, I need to talk to you.
Sure, you want to sit down and catch your breath?
I'm quitting.
You're what?
It has nothing to do with you. I mean, I love my job here. I just can no longer stay here.
Wait. Now, what brought this on? Come on.
I really don't want to get into it, DJ.
Well, we're going to get into it. I'm not going to let one of my most valuable employees just walk out for no good reason.
Brenda,
Come on.
just talk what's happening.
DJ, listen, I can no longer work for you. I'm sorry.
Does this have something to do with Dylan?
Put it this way, DJ. I don't want to see Dylan Ross ever again, ever.
Good. After tonight, that won't be a problem.
Baxter?
He's probably at the hospital. He's dead.
Oh, thank God. Dad, I can't face him. What am I going to say to him?
Honey, can I get you a drink or something?
No. Nothing, thank you. How could I have been so wrong about Baxter? How could I have been so easily fooled after all these months? I mean, Dad, I've lived with a man. I slept with him. I don't believe it.
I don't know. But if what I suspect is true, he's had us all fooled.
I don't believe that. Dad, deep in my heart, I know that what you're trying to tell me cannot be true. No, it's not possible. Dad, he is my husband. He knows everything about me. He knows the little things, the personal things. Things that he couldn't possibly have known unless he's who he says he is. All the memories. All the things we said and did. No man could know those things, could he?
It's possible.
Then what are you saying? Are you saying that a complete stranger could come into our lives after 10 years and convince us that he's my dead husband?
I know it sounds incredible.
It doesn't make sense. But when Baxter came back, he didn't try to convince us of everything. He did everything he could not to let us know who he was, but I knew. Somehow I knew when we were first together, he knew what I was feeling before I knew. He knew what to say, what to do. And now you're trying to tell me that the man I'm married to is not my husband, that he's a complete stranger? I don't believe it. And if I did, I'd go crazy.
Honey, look, if it's any comfort, I think I know what you're going through.
Dad, how can you know what I'm going through when I don't know myself? Look, in a few minutes, he's going to put his keys in that door. Now, what am I supposed to say? Hi, honey, your dinner's on the table. Dad, help me. What am I supposed to say?
Chris, don't you say anything till we know for sure. Your life could depend on it.
Hello, anybody home?
Not a word, please.
Chris, I'm sorry that I'm so late, but the traffic was just murder. Will you forgive me?
Snap, crackle, pop. That's cute. Are you referring to my Kellogg's Rice Krispies? Oh, yeah, but don't get me wrong. I know they taste great, but a man needs a breakfast with more horsepower, like good old-fashioned oatmeal.
For your information, Rice Krispies is higher in iron and 8 essential vitamins than your oatmeal.
I mean, it's got horsepower.
Precisely. Hey, what about Snap, Crackle, and Pop?
Oh, yes.
Come along, gentlemen.
Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies.
It was a disaster. My daughter dropped a whole jar of pickled beets on her coat. Our local cleaner wouldn't touch it, so I gave her my Liquid Tide. It cleaned the coat beautifully. Liquid Tide is fantastic. Sincerely, Mildred Morrow.
Can your liquid get out a whole jar of pickled beets? Liquid Tide did. You'll be surprised how many things Liquid Tide gets out. Clothes come clean because Tide won't quit.
A strong, beautiful body needs calcium. That's why you need Supplical Calcium Supplement. 1,200 milligrams of calcium in soft, chewy squares you'll enjoy taking every day. Supplical. Soft, delicious calcium for a strong, beautiful body.
Give me Sticklet, fat with flavor. See how skinny, taste how fat.
New Sticklets gum gives you 9 slim sticks instead of 7 wide ones in a regular pack.
See how skinny, taste how fat.
When you care about people, nothing's too good, which is why I've been making homemade soup for years. But I've discovered a delicious soup from Campbell's called Home Cookin', homemade style broth with tender chicken, celery, and carrots and noodles. It's the closest thing to my own, which is important, because if you love someone, a little thing like soup isn't a little thing. Home cooking, a taste so close to home.
Don't bother cleaning out your desk. I'll save you the trouble. I quit. I must have been out of my mind to take this job in the first place.
Wait a minute. Now, nobody is going to quit. Whatever the problem is, you're going to work it out.
No.
Yes, you are. If you two children want to be a success in this or in any other business, you're going to have to learn to get past your personal problems. Now, do it. Come on.
That was real great, Brenda. Some senior pulled back
No,
out.
I've had it with you, Dylan. You had that coming to you.
What, are you going to pour a Coke on my head every time you see me with some girl?
Not just some girl. Meredith, the lady who left her camisole in your bedroom and the one you took out driving today.
Is that what this is all about?
Lie to me, Dylan.
I don't lie, Brenda.
Oh, yeah, well, then what do you call it?
I didn't tell you because I knew you'd go nuts for no reason.
And just like you didn't tell me you had a date with her tonight?
What date? I ran into her at the diner.
Or did you happen to run into her in the car today, too?
No, I didn't just happen to run into her. She was in trouble. She needed someone to talk to, and I was there.
How convenient.
Listen to you. This is where I didn't tell you.
Don't you lay this on me, Dylan. I am not the one who's running around with somebody else.
Don't do this, Brenda.
How can you ever expect me to believe anything you say to me again?
You want to know how? It's a word called trust. Two people who care about each other are supposed to have it. But when the chips were down, you never trusted me.
Did you trust me when you decided not to tell me about Meredith?
You know what your problem is, Brenda? Do you? You're a selfish, spoiled, stubborn, rich bitch who throws tantrums to get what you want.
Did you just call me?
You're just like your mother and her damned earring. I'm guilty, so proven innocent, right? Oh, yeah, you plagued really terrific people, right? Heaven help us if your brother gets to be president. No, I'm not through, Brenda. And you think just because you move out of your fancy little house and get a job groveling down here with us peons, that makes you real grown-up, huh? Well, I got news for you, little girl. You got a long way to go. You're a child, and you'll always be a child.
Just get out of here!
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize this was your place. But I guess when you're cleaning the room, it really doesn't matter, does it? No! It's okay. I'm going. I don't belong here, and I never did.
They're beautiful.
I called the office. Where were you?
Oh, at the hospital with Zed.
How's he doing?
No change.
That's too bad.
Well, what have the two of you been up to since I've been gone?
I think I better go put these in some water. Excuse me.
Listen, you haven't told me how your trip went.
Very educational.
Is it a new case?
No, it's an old one. It's just been reopened. Some new evidence turned up.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Oh, I'll let you know.
Then I suppose Clarissa has told you all about what happened while you were gone.
About the dog? Yeah, she told me.
She seems to feel that I'm to blame for all of it. Did she tell you that?
Not in so many words. And it's obvious to me that she's walking a thin line. And all because of you and that bloody Victor Markham business.
Judson, you have to believe me. I'm doing everything I possibly can to find out who's behind this sick joke and put an end to it.
Granddad, are you here?
In here, Thomas.
Dad, hi.
Oh, son. Long day for you, huh?
Yeah. What's going on? Where's Mom?
She's in the kitchen.
Let me see if I can give her a hand. You said that Mom was back here.
She isn't?
No. And the car is gone.
Every time it rains, puppies from heaven.
To all the puppies born today, and to all those soon to follow, now there's a puppy food that's never been before. It combines a special nutrition you need with a taste you love. Announcing Gaines Gravy Train Puppy Food. It makes a real beef gravy.
You must be from heaven.
We asked the whole town of Winter Harbor, Maine, to sample Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. Here's what people said.
I've switched to Alka-Seltzer Plus, and I'll never go back to anything else.
When I take Alka-Seltzer Plus, it drains everything, from over my eyes, right down through my nose. My head is cleared right out beautiful.
That's why in Winter Harbor, over half the people who tried it are switching to Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine.
It worked on this one to have a cold, Alka-Seltzer Plus did.
Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine for tough winter colds.
Rumor has it, as the world has.
Their passion gets them into big trouble.
He said that he would go to Lucinda and tell her about us.
She could ruin me.
Then,
On guiding light. What is it? What's wrong? It's Beth.
rumor has it, the search is over.
It's okay. Beth is fine.
Weekday. Be a bit sad.
Arms control, human rights, issues Reagan and Gorbachev must face at the meeting in Iceland. Live coverage tomorrow on the CBS Morning News.
Next time, don't light up. Call up. It's for you. 1-800-4-CANCER. Free help from the Cancer Information Service. Hello? Saturday.
Wait, freeze! Somebody's trying to put me out of business. Scary. But nobody has a sense of humor?
Michael Murray in Downtown. And
I'm not too good with numbers, but I can count 3 people dead.
a scandal rubs Mike the wrong way.
Please.
The new Mike Hammer. Then look out for The Twilight Zone, Saturday on CBS.
Right at 19 past the hour, time to check headline sports.
I'm Bob Richards. Headline Sports. Can the Astros make it 2 in a row over the Mets? Well, we'll find out tonight. Game 2 of the National League Championship Series set to start at 8:05 Eastern Time. Veteran fastballer Nolan Ryan, the starter for Houston, while the Mets go with Bob Ojeda. Houston's Mike Scott, the star in last night's opener at the Astrodome. Scott struck out a record-tying 14, gave up just 5 hits as the Astros won it 1-0. The right-hander was overpowering. The Mets are still questioning whether Scott is scuffing the baseball to make his pitches move more.
If he doesn't cheat, then you got to, tip your hat again for the great movement that he has on his fastball. Again, I never said that I felt that he did. I only, from hearsay and just the kind of movement that he has on his on his pitches.
Balls aren't all perfect. Once in a while, they'll take one out of the bag with something on it, or it'll hit the dirt, or,
You know, I imagine if there wasn't so much fuss about it, they'd probably throw more balls out because, you know, you throw a ball in the dirt, it gets marred up, or if they hit it off the bat, sometimes it gets scraped up, but I wasn't worried about it.
Game 3 of the tied American League Series will be played in Anaheim tomorrow afternoon. The Angels will start John Candelaria while Boston counters with Dennis Oil Can Boyd. The Red Sox evened the series with a bizarre 9-2 win at Fenway yesterday. There were 5 errors in the game, the tough sun part of the problem. The Angels are looking forward to getting back on.
Staff of trained treatment professionals and a counselor who had been where I was helped turn my life around.
Call the Intercept program at Brazos Valley Hospital in Sealy, 713-651-1414.